Chrissy says, my body seems to store my emotions physically as pain and tension. Yes, that's what happens. So it's like holding patterns as a result of, it could be fight or flight, it could be many things, it could be unconscious, it could be a posture, but you can do somatic balancing, which is like you can go back and forth. Let's say one exercise is called pendulating, which is when a traumatic or intense event happens or something in your life, or it can be just a daily thing, daily occurrence. The trick is to become slowly, through like observation, to become finely tuned with your body. So for example, you say you store your emotions physically as pain and tension. So let's say for me it is the front of my shoulders. So sometimes when I'm in certain situations, I go like this. So I hunch my shoulders forward and I sort of slump like this. And through time, I begun to recognize in what situations do I do that, and then I had to ask myself why, and then after I realize why it is, go deep into it and resolve the fear, and then just be very mindful. Okay, so my shoulders are the most important place for me to put my focus on in the upcoming, let's say, days or weeks. And then I go out into the world. I go to the grocery store, I go to parties, whatever, you know, going outside of the comfort zone in any shape or form. And then as I'm outside and a certain thing causes me to go like this, the trick is to recognize, oh look, I'm doing it again, and then just okay, and then 5 minutes later, oh, and then like, oh, there it is again, just relax, and then 2 seconds later, oh, okay, there it is again. It's okay. It's just like I'm just gonna look at it. I'm just gonna acknowledge that my body is tensing up in certain times. It's just, the first thing is to notice. If you notice, and you do notice, you see that your emotions are physically stored as pain and tension. Now the next thing is to maybe your emotions are pain and tension, but you realize that only maybe after the full day. Maybe only late at night when you come home, you realize you've been like this the whole day. You know, and then when you come home at night, then you're just like, oh, fucking finally I can relax. Like maybe only at the end of the day you actually realize that it has happened. The next step is to try and find out the exact time that it happens. So let's say you're in the bus or something, and then chronic fight or flight, I do use somatic tracking. I will try to be more mindful. Another thing is a Shaolin approach, and also a Taoist approach, which is you need to know extreme tension and tightness to understand relaxation. So for me, I do Shaolin training, like martial arts training, and there is this exercise called Wu Song, and Wu Song is basically an exercise of holding tension for very long periods of time, so that when you release the tension, you have Elizabeth says, I have to go somewhere, I wish I could stay. Elizabeth, follow on Insight Timer. There will be lives all throughout next week also. So there will be plenty of time to come back. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming. So the Wusong exercise it's basically clenching your fists as strongly as possible for 2 minutes and holding them for 2 minutes. The other exercise is like clenching your butt cheeks, like standing up straight and just squeezing your butt cheeks for 2 minutes without letting them go. Then it's like gripping the floor with your feet and your thighs for 2 minutes straight. What else is there? And some breathing exercises. So what this teaches you is that after you've done 2 minutes of like holding your fist unimaginably tight, like as tight as you can be, and after 2 minutes of that, when you go like this, slowly when you open your fist, you understand the full spectrum of what does it mean to be as tight as possible, and then what does it mean to be as loose as possible. So if you, then I'll give you another example that I see in, let's say, after having a baby, you're probably good. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I guess after having a baby, nothing fucking phases you anymore. All the small pains are nothing. Like, oh yeah. Pain is a great teacher. It gives you contrast. So Chrissy, if you also have, can you tell me in what places on your body do you have chronic tension?